It's 11 p.m. and these are the headlines. President of the Republic Abdelmajid Tebboune honors the Algerian champions who honored Algeria in the 70th edition of the Paralympic Games. The President of the Republic receives congratulations from heads of state and government and international bodies on the occasion of his re-election for a second presidential term. Algeria stresses the imperative need of launching a serious process to restore the lost balance in the international relations systems during a speech by the Minister of Foreign Affairs representing the President of the Republic at the Future Summit in the UN. Algeria's status recovery thanks to the policy adopted by the President of the Republic was highlighted during the opening of the regular session of Parliament. Welcome back, everyone. First of all, the President of the Republic presided over a ceremony at Al Mouradia Palace where he honored the athletes who won medals at the 17th edition of the Paralympic Games. The award ceremony was attended by high-ranking state officials, the athletes' parents, and their coaching staff. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, honored the medalists in the various disciplines. Algeria won 11 medals, including 6 gold ones.
يتقدم الرياضي اسكندر جميل عثماني وهو الحاصل على ميداليتين ذهبيتين في اختصاص سباق 100 متر وسباق 400 متر T13. أصيل ولاية قسنطينة يحظى بشهادة تقدير ومكافأة مالية، كما يحظى مدربه السيد أحمد ماهور باشا هو الآخر بمكافأة مالية. أخلاق الرياضيين جعلت من الرياضي يستأذن السيد رئيس الجمهورية في توشيحه ميدالية من ميداليتيه. تتقدم الرياضية نسيمة صيفي، هي الحاصلة على ميداليتين ذهبية وبرونزية في اختصاص رمي القرص ورمي الجلة F57 مع تسجيل رقم قياسي بارالمبي. أصيلة ولاية ميلا تحظى بشهادة تقدير ومكافأة مالية، كما يحظى مدربها السيد حسين سعدون بمكافأة مالية هو الآخر. تتقدم الرياضية صفية جلال وهي الحاصلة على ميدالية ذهبية في اختصاص رمي الجلة F57 مع تسجيل رقم قياسي بارالمبي. أصيلة ولاية باتنا تحظى بشهادة تقدير ومكافأة مالية نظير حصولها على ميدالية ذهبية في اختصاص رمي الجلة F57 مع تسجيل رقم قياسي بارالمبي. كما يحظى مدربها السيد شريف بن موسى بمكافأة مالية هو الآخر. يتقدم الرياضي عبد القادر بوعامر وهو الحاصل على ميدالية ذهبية في اختصاص الجيدو لأقل من 60 كيلوغرام فئة G1. أصيل ولاية بومرداس يحظى بشهادة تقدير ومكافأة مالية من السيد رئيس الجمهورية، كما تحظى مدربته السيدة مونيا كركار بمكافأة مالية هي الأخرى. يتقدم الرياضي إسحاق ولد قويدر. إسحاق ولد قويدر أصيل ولاية بليدة تحصل على ميدالية برونزية في اختصاص الجيدو لأقل من 60 كيلوغرام فئة G2. يحظى بدوره بشهادة تقدير ومكافأة مالية من السيد رئيس الجمهورية نظير إنجازه باستحقاق البرونزية في اختصاص الجيدو، والذي أشرفت على تدريبه السيدة مونيا كركار. يتقدم الرياضي إبراهيم قندوز أصيل ولاية عنابة، هو الحاصل على ميدالية ذهبية في اختصاص سباق 200 متر كانوي كاياك KL3. يحظى بشهادة تقدير ومكافأة مالية نظير إنجازه، كما يحظى مدربه السيد عبد الملك عزوان بمكافأة مالية هو الآخر. تتقدم الرياضية ليندا حمري وقد تحصلت على ميدالية برونزية في اختصاص القفز الطويل T12 أصيلة الجزائر العاصمة. تحظى بشهادة تقدير ومكافأة مالية من السيد رئيس الجمهورية، كما يحظى مدربها السيد يوسف رضوان بمكافأة مالية هو الآخر. يتقدم الرياضي أحمد مهيذب أصيل الميلية، تحصل على ميدالية برونزية في اختصاص رمي الصولجان F32، يحظى بشهادة تقدير ومكافأة مالية من السيد رئيس الجمهورية، كما يحظى مدربه السيد جمع مراحي بمكافأة مالية هو الآخر. يتقدم الرياضي حسين بطير أصيل ولاية معسكر، هو الحاصل على ميدالية برونزية في اختصاص الحمل بالقوة فئة 65 كيلوغرام، حيث تمكن من رفع وزن 209 كيلوغرام. يحظى حسين بطير بشهادة تقدير ومكافأة مالية من السيد رئيس الجمهورية، كما يحظى مدربه السيد محمد بن عطا بمكافأة مالية هو الآخر.
On this occasion, the President of the Republic took souvenir photo with the champions who honored Algeria at the Paralympic Games. The President of the Republic has also had talks with the Paralympic champions. The Paralympic champions and medalists expressed their pride for receiving this recognition from the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune.
I'm
very happy with the lofty move of the President of the Republic, and this is not the first of its kind, as he always honored athletes with special needs, because he always seeks to make people with disabilities happy. And on this occasion, I congratulate him on his second term, and I would thank him for his kind gesture. I'm very happy to be received by the President, and I extend my greetings to him. We thank the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, for his interest in this category, and we thank God for getting this support to achieve this success. We wish to honor Algeria in the upcoming international forums. I also thank my parents. Thanks to them, I achieved this success. Today is a wonderful day for me. We were received by the President of the Republic. I extend my sincere thanks to him for the good reception. Thank God that we honored Algeria and raised the national flag. I'm very happy to be received by the President of the Republic today. I thank him very much for his welcoming. Thank God we had the great honor of attending the honoring ceremony by the President of the Republic, the first supporter of sports for people with special needs. I thank the President of the Republic for the warm reception. This is a great honor and a source of pride for us as athletes of special needs. I hope for more success in the future. I thank the President of the Republic for this lofty move. We will continue to give good and positive results for Algeria. I thank the President for this lofty move that lifted our spirit. I wish him success.
And now let's recall our athletes' journey representing Algeria in the Paralympic Games, as our athletes won 11 medals, 6 gold and 5 bronze, a remarkable gain indeed, as reported by Rania Bahri.
The Paralympic athletes were indeed there to collect the second-best harvest after Athens in 2004, with 11 medals, 6 in gold. Algeria ranks 25th in the medal rankings and first at the African level. 4 gold medals out of 6 were won in para-athletics, with notably Iskandar Atmani, winner in the 100 meters T13, achieving and passing a new Paralympic record with a time of 10 seconds 42. Few days later, he won in the 400 meters, where he managed to keep his title won in Tokyo. Safia Jalal also managed to keep her title by winning the F57 shot put competition with a throw of 11 meters 56, and this allowed her to snatch a new Paralympic record. Another great performance was that of Nasima Saifi in the disc throw competition. In addition to the gold medal, she passed her own world record on her first attempt, measuring 35 meters 55. In para-judo, Algeria won gold thanks to Abdelkader Bouamer in the under 60 kilograms category G1. While Brahim Genduz made an impression by becoming the first Algerian crowned in the canoe-kayak discipline category KL3, gained 12, offering the passage to Algeria to win the 6th gold medal. A remarkable participation and more than satisfactory results. Thanks to the para-athletes, the national anthem was played 6 times in Paris.
And after winning the presidential election with an overwhelming majority, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received a phone call today from his brother, the head of Sudan Sovereign Council, Lieutenant General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan Abdurrahman, congratulating the President of the Republic on his re-election for a second term. The phone call was also an opportunity to discuss the most important developments in the Republic of Sudan and ways to strengthen the fraternal relations between both countries and peoples. Still with the congratulations messages, the President of the Republic received this Monday a message from the President of Uzbekistan, Shavkat Mirziyoyev, who congratulated the President for his re-election for a second term, stating that this well-deserved victory was an explicit recognition of his efforts to improve the country's socio-economic situation, as well as Algeria's pivotal and influential role on the international scene. The President of Uzbekistan also expressed his absolute conviction that bilateral relations under the leadership of the presidents of the two countries will continue to evolve with greater efficiency and understanding. The President of the Republic of Peru, Dina Ercilia Bulwarati Zigara, congratulated on her behalf and on behalf of the Peruvian people the President of the Republic on his re-election, expressing her warmest congratulations. She has also expressed her satisfaction at the development of bilateral relations, which will be strengthened on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries. The President of the Slovak Republic, Peter Pellegrini, congratulated the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, on his own behalf and on behalf of his people, stating that the Algerian people's decision was a sincere expression of trust in the reforms that the President of the Republic had undertaken and in the priorities that he had defined in the social and economic fields. The President of the Slovak Republic also stressed that the upcoming period would be an opportunity for the two countries to revive and strengthen their bilateral relations, wishing for the President of the Republic and for the Algerian people greater prosperity and stability. For his part, the Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Store sent a message of congratulations to the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, on the occasion of his re-election for a second term, wishing him success. The Prime Minister of Norway also hailed on behalf of the Norwegian government Algeria's role in promoting peace at regional and international level, as well as its efforts at the United Nations Security Council, expressing his will to work more on developing bilateral cooperation. And the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, sent a message of congratulations to the President of the Republic, expressing his satisfaction over the close cooperation between the Republic of Algeria and the United Nations, while affirming his gratitude for the active role played by Algeria at regional and international level. Guterres also reiterated his congratulations on the consolidation of Algeria's achievements and the significant progress it has made in terms of economic and social development, and pledged the UN's full readiness to strengthen its partnership with Algeria in the promotion of peace and the achievement of sustainable development objectives. And representing the President of the Republic at the Future Summit at the United Nations in New York, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad, Ahmed Attaf, took the floor as he affirmed that Algeria attaches great importance to the reform projects of the UN, in particular at the Security Council, and that to ensure the international relations balance in their economic and social dimensions. Let's have a listen.
الجزائر ترحب Algeria welcomes the qualitative outcomes of our summit and is committed to contribute to the extent required to embody its content on the ground. My country also stresses the inevitability of launching a serious path to restore the lost balance in the system of international relations in its various political, economic and social dimensions. The absence of this balance in particular is the most important source of tensions, disturbance and imbalances that accompany the governance of international relations, especially in light of the marginalization of developing countries, foremost among them the countries of our African continent, in the Security Council in particular, and in various international financial, monetary and banking institutions in general. Just as we are convinced that the United Nations system is indispensable, we are also convinced that this organization needs profound reform, a reform that ensures its continuity and its ability to adapt to the challenges and requirements of our era in all their forms, a reform that restores its vital role as the beating heart of the global diplomacy and mutual international action, and a reform that enables it to meet the aspirations of present and future generations in the most complete and just manner.
On the sidelines of his participation in the New York Summit on the Future, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and National Committee Arbad Ahmed Attaf had bilateral talks with his Tunisian counterpart, where the dynamic pace characterizing the ties of brotherhood and cooperation between the two countries and peoples was highlighted. They have also discussed ways and means of enhancing and consolidating these ties in line with the willingness of the President of the Republic Abdelmajid Tebboune and his brother President Qais Said to raise the latter to the highest levels. The talks with the Ethiopian Foreign Affairs Minister were devoted to coordinating and exchanging views on several issues raised within the framework of the African Union and discussing the preparations related to holding the Algerian-Ethiopian Joint Committee. Attaf discussed with the Burundian Foreign Minister the prospects of strengthening bilateral relations between the two countries, in addition to several files and issues of common interest at the continental level. The meeting with the Cape Verde Foreign Minister focused on the upcoming events within the African Union framework and discussing ways to strengthen bilateral cooperation. On the other hand, the talks with the Cypriot Foreign Minister focused on exchanging views on the most important international and regional issues, as well as discussing prospects to develop bilateral relations. The meeting between Minister Ahmed Attaf and Executive Secretary of FESCWA was an occasion to discuss ways to enhance cooperation in areas related to achieving sustainable development objectives, in light with the results made during her visit last May. And under the chairmanship of the President of the Council of the Nation, Salah Goujil, and the President of the People's National Assembly, Brahim Boughali, in the presence of the Prime Minister, Nadil Arbawi, the opening of the Parliamentary Session 2024-2025 was carried out successfully. Jahtayar has the details.
The Council of the Nation and the National People's Assembly have resumed their sessions, anticipating a period of heightened activity. The upper house of the Parliament is expecting to face an extensive agenda during its 2024-2025 ordinary session. Its President Saleh Goujil, who presided over the opening ceremony, stated that Algeria is currently going through a delicate stage that requires a great sense of responsibility and solidarity between all players, recalling that the two chambers of the Parliament must work on several bills with priorities including the 2025 Finance Bill, while indicating that the second term of office of the President of the Republic marks the start of a new mission and new achievements.
تحديات كبيرة والشيء اللي وصلنا ليه يعني لما نعمل مقارنة.
The challenges are great and Algeria has achieved a great deal over the past years. These achievements have enabled Algeria to regain its rightful place in international fora and to play its part in important issues, and the last elections to elect the President of the Republic demonstrated this, as the whole world and all countries congratulated the President, not by chance, but because they know Algeria and its place and role on the international stage. At the opening of the ordinary session, the President of the People's National Assembly, Brahim Boughali, stressed that the undertaken reforms had made it possible to establish social justice and the consecration of the rule of law and the principles of citizenship and participative democracy. The ambitious recovery project, the development objectives outlined, and the various reforms initiated by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, have contributed to the consecration of a genuine pluralist democracy in Algeria. The undertaken reforms in Algeria have made it possible to establish social justice through the equitable distribution of wealth and to consolidate the institutional base founded on the principle of citizenship and the participatory democracy within the rule of law. The President of the Council of the Nation and the National People's Assembly highlighted also that the two chambers of Parliament will be an essential support for the success of all initiatives and projects serving the interest of the country and its citizens.
In Gaza, the Zionist aggression continues. The Health Ministry says that no less than 24 Palestinians were killed and 60 wounded in the last 24 hours only, most of them women and children, the main targets since October 7th. Najah Tayar.
In displaced families, 8 Palestinians fell in martyrdom. A mother and her 4 children also passed away following an attack on their home in the city of Deir al-Balah. The school Khalid bin al-Walid, located in Nusayrat, was also targeted, ending with more than 3 Palestinian martyrs. Another school was hit by an air raid on the day before. This attack on Kafr Qasim school, sheltering hundreds of displaced people, resulted in the death of 7 Palestinians and dozens injured. Children are constantly targeted during bombings. They are the main victims. I don't understand why the Zionists are killing innocents. My son has a serious back injury and I'm completely helpless at a loss as to how to treat him. Over 40 people have been martyred and more than 60 wounded only in the last 24 hours, mainly women and children. This demonstrates once again that the Zionist occupying forces are not targeting the Palestinian resistance, they are lashing out at civilians and the innocent. While residential neighborhoods and refugee camps are being bombed constantly with no shame or mercy, over 1,900,000 Palestinians suffer floods that submerge their empty of basic resources fatal shelters. We have nowhere to go. We're suffering from the floods submerging us. We're overburdened by this terrible injustice. Me and my children try to sleep in this unbearable place. Our mattresses get always soaked with the water that seeps through both the roof and the ground of this unfit place to live. The number of the displaced people inside the enclave trying to flee from these Zionist aggressions reached 2 million out of a total of 2.3 million of Palestinians who are facing an unprecedented humanitarian crisis aggravated by the merciless and unyielding bombardment of the Zionist occupier.
In Lebanon, at least 492 people were killed, including 35 children and 58 women, while 1,645 are wounded following the Zionist attacks that hit Beirut and southern Lebanon, stated the country's health ministry. The Zionist raids keep intensifying, and intensive air raids targeted southern Lebanon, during which 1 person was killed and 2 others were injured at dawn today, while the Zionist warplanes carried out 60 air raids targeting border towns and areas in the south and the west. 2 houses got completely destroyed. The normalization of the Makhzen with the Zionist entity is strongly denounced by Moroccans. Large demonstrations are organized on a daily basis to demand the withdrawal of relations and agreements signed with the Zionist entity without the consent of the population. Rani al-Bahri.
As outrage grows over the massacres in Gaza, anger is rising in Morocco against the normalization of relations with the Zionist entity. Massive demonstrations have multiplied throughout the country, reflecting popular rejection of the Makhzen's policy, which they describe as betrayal of the people and the Palestinian cause. In Rabat, in the heart of the capital, crowds of doctors occupy the public square, chanting their solidarity with the Palestinian resistance while denouncing the silence and complicity of the Makhzen regime. The protesters didn't mince their words in the face of what they call shameful normalization, led by the regime, reaffirming the solidarity of the Moroccans with the Palestinian people wounded by the Zionist barbarity.
والشعب المغربي المسلم الأبي يقف كل أسبوع ويندد بالمجازر التي ترتكب ضد شعبنا وإخواننا في غزة خاصة.
Since the beginning of the deadly strikes on Gaza, more than 100 rallies have taken place in 58 Moroccan cities, including Rabat, Casablanca, Tanger, Fez, Agadir, Marrakesh, and many others. Thousands of Moroccans took to the streets, waving Palestinian flags and banners, pointing the finger at the Makhzen, which is an accomplice of the Zionist genocidal regime, which continues to commit massacres against the Palestinian people with complete impunity.
And that was it for today's news. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.